I'm sorry, but it's crazy how many people have the opportunity to change and they choose not to change. Many people have the opportunity to become something of their life and they don't. They don't take the opportunity to change what they're supposed to change as they're young. So I just seen my Facebook and it seemed to go very viral that Asher Pot, yes, he's 23 years old, and yeah, he did what he did. But does it give anybody the right to talk or post anything about him that looks so out of the ordinary? Like, he was a 4.0 student. He did better than any student in John Harris. Like, I don't get it. All this persecution that they're doing to this young kid, you know what I mean? All he wanted was a change. All he wanted was something different. He wanted people to look at him different. You know what I mean? You don't know what the path that he had, that maybe it was so rough for him. People need to stop, just undermining people, and stop hating people. Like, everybody's the same. Everybody came here. We're all immigrants, if we want to say. We came up to be the great America that we are because we fought for it. We were united as one. And now I feel that our country is all divided. We target each other. We eliminate each other. We throw people into prison for no reason. Like, that hatred that people be feeling inside, they need to stop it. Like, we're not little kids anymore. And then people want to say, yes, I'm 18, I'm grown, I'm this, I'm that. Like, no, you ain't grown. You still have a whole life in front of you that you need to think about. People just sitting here talking about, oh, we couldn't believe he was this, or we couldn't believe he's that, or he used this, or he used that. Does it matter? He was one of the most highest valedictorians, of John Harris. He had a 4.0 grade point average. He finished his school. He helped the people that were in need. So you wouldn't take in consider this United States wouldn't take in consideration that he did good things not only for the community, but for them to press charges on him. Yes, it's a bad thing what he did, but he fought for something he believed in. He fought for something he wanted. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe he did it with an intention. What if he was gonna get deported back, and his only way of trying not to be deported was changing his identity? We're faced right now with Donald Trump winning elections, and I believe he will win elections. And once he wins election, I say goodbye to Mexicans, I say goodbye to Puerto Ricans, and I say goodbye to every nationality that is not an American. Why? Because we're so overwhelmed in trying to point the finger at people that we're losing the actual meaning of what this country is meant and what it was built on. We were built under God. We were built under a way of freedom, and deciding what is good for humanity. Why is people just sitting there talking and pointing the finger at the first person that falls? You know what I mean? It's crazy because I can get 100,000 awards and people won't recognize me, people won't talk to me, people won't look at me different. But yeah, I do one thing wrong. I do one thing wrong, and everybody's pointing the finger, everybody's talking crap about what I did wrong. We need to stop being that way. And I'm sorry to say it, but the ones who are not right with God, those who are not right with Jehovah, Jesus Christ, the one that came and died for your sins, we're all going to hell, whether we want it or not, whether you choose to believe it or not. That's up to you. Your salvation is your salvation, but don't come and point the finger at people that want to do better than you. We got all these 16, 13, 14 year olds, 12-year olds having kids, having sex, and doing things that In reality, we don't even know why they're doing it. Because they feel grown, because they want to retaliate against their parents and dropping out of school. We got all these kids standing in corners selling dope and selling weed and selling all this shit. Like, in reality, if we just sit down and think about it, this kid came all the way from his homeland to try to do something different from himself. And what is everybody doing? Everybody's talking him down. You know what I mean? Instead of people actually defending him and actually helping him and trying to, reach out to the news people and actually reach out to these communities and say, you're not alone. If you're immigrants, you are not alone. We got your back no matter what, 100%. That's so what this is what's so wrong with our country now, that everybody's so focused on having the best jobs and having the best paid jobs. And you know what about all those soldiers that are dying because of our government? What about everybody that puts their life on the line for the minimum wage that they get paid? And we're complaining because we chose not to do things right when we were little, and then now we're 50, 40 years old, 30 years old, and we want to have a higher paying job. Well, you should have got your fucking ass to work and done what you had to do in order for you to have a good paying fucking job. Now you got these kids coming from other countries because they want a better life, because they don't have a better life, because their country don't provide a better life, and you want to down talk them because they do better than your fucking ass. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how humanity can just sit here and point the finger at people. It upsets me. It puts me in a position where I don't even know who is America anymore. I don't know who we are to stand for or what we standing for. America is gonna perish sooner or later. It will perish, and when it does perish, then God comes back for His people. And I hope you're one of them that is right in the hands of God. Because if you're not, guess what? You're not getting saved. You're not gonna get saved. Those that persecute you without no reason, without having a reason to persecute you, those who look down on you and desire the baddest thing to happen to you, those people, God will get accountable, hold you accountable for everything you do. So while we sitting here pointing the fingers at people, why don't we help and support and let our country know that this person is not being arrested for no reason. This person has people and has the support of friends and family that will stand up for him. I don't get humanity. I don't get how people can be so fucking selfish. How people can just think about themselves and not think about everybody else. You know what I mean? I hope they do drug tests in fucking food stamps. I hope they do drug tests when you're getting housing. I hope they do every type of drug test that you can possibly get for everything that you want to get free from the government while you're sitting at your house with plasma TVs, living in housing with plasma TVs and brand new phones and all everything.